7 days. We are just 7 days into the election. Roughly 60 million votes have already been cast, and the president's chances of pulling off another upset victory appear to be dwindling. Just take a look at our new NBC News battleground map. Right now, even if the president runs the table on every one of the toss-up states, we'd still have Biden with a slim win. That should give you a sense of just how narrow of a path the president has to 270 electoral votes he needs for re-election, and he's got to flip some state that he hasn't led in months. Yes, he pulled the rabbit out of the hat 4 years ago, but that was a time when we incorrectly made it a referendum on Trump when it was a referendum on Hillary Clinton. This time, Biden is in a stronger position in local and national polls than Clinton was at this time in 2016, and the narrative of it being a referendum on Trump appears to be far more accurate. For example, Clinton's support in the national polling averages had actually dropped to just a few points with 1 week to go. Right now, Biden leads by 8. And the changes we've made to our NBC News battleground map don't signal much strength for Trump at the moment, with the obvious caveat that things could always change in a moment's notice. But based on polling, our conversations with Democratic and Republican strategists, polling that we've seen privately but haven't been able to report publicly, we've moved Texas to the toss-up column from lean Republican, and we've moved Arizona to the toss-up column as well from lean Democrat. To be honest, if I could come up with a column in between lean and toss-up for Arizona and Texas, I'd put them in. They're in that range right now. They're going to be extraordinarily close, but the candidate leading, it's hard for me to envision them losing. Biden in Arizona, Trump in Texas, but we'll see. The president's schedule signals that his campaign knows the dire position they're in. Today and tomorrow, he's holding 5 rallies in places he won 4 years ago. He's not on offense anywhere, and he has to win again. But they're all leaning Biden right now: Michigan, Wisconsin, and Nebraska's 2nd congressional district. Biden, on the other hand, is campaigning today in Georgia, which Democrats haven't won since Bill Clinton and the Ross Perot split helped him do it in 1992. Then he's going to hit Florida, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Michigan. Biden is scheduled to speak in Warm Springs, Georgia later this hour. We're going to have more on that in a moment. Warm Springs made famous by FDR. You get the idea of what the theme of Joe Biden's remarks are going to be: healing. Hello, YouTubers. If you're watching this, it means you've checked out our channel, so thank you. Now do me a favor, subscribe by clicking on that button down there. Click on any of the videos to watch the latest interviews and highlights from MTP Daily and MSNBC. You can get more Beat the Press content every morning in the First Read newsletter. If you're tired of content that you don't know anything about where it came from, you don't have to have that problem with us. NBC News, MSNBC, MTP, and the Meet the Press mindset right here for you on YouTube. Subscribe now.